What is happening right now between police and protesters?
Well, I went to the square just an hour ago. At the moment, the situation is relatively peaceful. The opposition groups, they are rebuilding their camp after this very tense night with fighting all night. So people are bringing all sorts of stuff, food, all kinds of supplies. So they're rebuilding there. The police is keeping quiet for now. The president, as you know, has threatened to dissolve the camp, but for now the police isn't moving any further.
Hellmuth, how organized are the protesters? I mean, it seems every place we go, every geography, it's a different story, whether it's Brazil or Venezuela or Thailand. How organized are the protesters in Kiev?
They seem to me very well organized. You can see that they do have a battle plan. They are, for instance, bringing in fresh people also from cities outside of Kiev. And they seem to have a lot of support from the people who are bringing them all sorts of supplies. I had one report this morning, for instance, a hospital was looking for people to donate blood, and an hour later there was a literal traffic jam in front of the hospital because so many people were trying to help. So they seem to be very organized.
Hellmuth, President Yanukovych of the Ukraine told the opposition leaders to distance themselves from the protesters, whom he effectively refers to as terrorists. Can you tell us what the opposition leaders are saying or doing right now?
Well, that's actually quite interesting. There is a bit of a threat from the security forces to them. They said they are looking into whether some of the opposition leaders are involved in a coup d'etat. So at the moment, they are actually hiding and aren't saying where they are.
Hellmuth, what happens to these opposition leaders if they're caught? What's at stake?
Well, I think they might end up being detained and put in prison. It's really hard to tell. I mean, what is curious to see is that the police seem to be willing to dissolve the camp, but then didn't really move any further. And Yanukovych, in an address on TV, said people have crossed the line. His advisors are telling him he should use force, but he is always considering the use of force a false route. So he seems still be willing to trying to find some sort of compromise. But the question is really, where is he getting his orders from?
Hellmuth, I know you're at our news bureau in Kiev, and we see the images of Kiev. We hear the images of Kiev. What is happening in the Ukraine outside of Kiev? Is there great support for this protest?
There certainly is in the western part of the country. We have reports now that in several cities, including in the city of Lviv, which is close to the border of Poland, that they have also stormed government buildings, set security services buildings on fire. And in Lviv, the local government has said it has declared itself independent from the Yanukovych government. So some people, including the president of Poland, are saying we are seeing the first hours of a civil war, which may lead to a breakup of the country eventually.